Joining me via Skype is senior political correspondent Ayodele Ozugbaku. Ayo, good morning. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast. So much intrigue going on in Edo State. And now the hurdle seems, the governor seems to have crossed the legal hurdle for him. Now, what is the level of preparation towards today's primaries? And tell us what the atmosphere is like.
Yes, the governor, with the court cases done with and settling out of court, except for Mr. Kenneth Imaswagbo that insisted that he is not going to step down. We are sure that today delegates from 18 local governments are all going to file out of the People's Democratic Party in Ogbe Stadium, and they are going to choose who will represent the People's Democratic Party. But I want to tell you that that might just be a kind of formal exercise, because when you say is like done and dusted for the People's Democratic Party, I can tell you readily that barring any unforeseen circumstances, that the governor, that is Mr. Godwin Obaseki, will ultimately emerge as the candidate of the People's Democratic Party. This is the way it works. Once the governors, once the stakeholders, once those people that actually, they call them the owners of the party, come together, they own the delegates, and it's just for the delegates to come and formalize whatever has been decided in these various meetings they would have had, and just for the governor to come and emerge today. Kenneth Imaswagbo might not have the capacity to upset what they fashion out for the People's Democratic Party. Now, as I said earlier, that it might ultimately be a straight contest between the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress. Talking about the All Progressive Congress, I have a chieftain of the APC here with me, Mr. Blessing Agbomari. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Now, it's almost clear now that September 19, that is going to be a contest between the PDP and the APC. What are those factors that people in Edo State will take into consideration before, they finally choose the party they want?
Thank you very much, Mr. Ayo. This is an opportunity for us to speak facts to the issues on the ground. The truth of the matter is that Obaseki, the current governor of Edo State, has performed woefully and very, very badly. And the issue at stake is that he is against Edo people, and Edo people are against Godwin Obaseki. You see, for a governor to be denied a second-term ticket by a party who brought him into power, you understand the meaning of that. If he has done well as an individual, the party will not deny him ticket. But because he has done poorly, he has done badly, and he has been rejected by Edo people, that is why his own party, the All Progressive Congress, decided to say we cannot feed.
A lot of people will say this is debatable, that this is just in-house politics within the All Progressive Congress from the national level that affected Edo State, that is not about performance. It knows what he has done or what he has refused to do.
These people are not aground in Edo, so they cannot tell what is actually happening in Edo State. And for me, it's like a father who cannot manage his own house. And if you cannot manage your own house, or you cannot manage your own marriage, how will you manage a number of families, a number of people? He was a member of the APC. APC as a party brought him into power, and now he could not manage a section of the party in Edo State. So today, for example, a man who is not able to manage his own family, how do you think the person or the man will be able to manage a larger family or manage different families? For me, Godwin Obaseki as an individual might be a good person, I don't know, but I can tell you that he has no capacity to manage Edo State.
Now, looking at the results we've seen so far, from the presidential election to the National Assembly election, PDP has 2 senators out of 3, and PDP had 4 House of Representative member. Yes, you say APC dominated the House of Assembly, but a lot of people will call what is happening in Edo State that there's a balance of power. You can't say absolutely that this is an APC state, and you can't say this is a PDP state. And from what you've seen now, Pastor Eze Yamo, he was the one that represented PDP the last 4 years, and now is representing the APC, and Obaseki might be representing the PDP. From what you make of all this?
See, the difference is that Pastor Osage Izeyamu is a team player, he's a team builder, he's a leader, he's a mobilizer, and he's a coordinator. You see, now, the structure you see in the PDP in Edo State was built from the scratches by Pastor Osage Izeyamu. And this same man who built that structure in the PDP is now in the APC and is now the candidate of the APC. And I can tell you the truth, the PDP and the APC in Edo State will unite to vote for Osage Izeyamu and make him the governor of Edo State. And you know why will I tell you this? If you look at the members of Osage Izeyamu, we knew that there are a lot of leaders of the PDP that Pastor Osage left behind in the PDP. Because most of them were not too sure if Pastor Osage would get the ticket of the APC. And because of that, most of them decided to remain in the PDP.
Well, he didn't win Obaseki 4 years ago. A seeming inexperience of Obaseki 4 years ago. But Izeyamu could not win him with all his profile. Now, Obaseki has gone with 18 local government chairmen and some of the party structures.
See, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth. These chairmen you are talking about are not supporting Obaseki. They are only doing that for the color of power. And all of them will show themselves on the day of election. Let me tell you something. Edo State is a very wonderful state, but it's a state that is built basically on personal relationship. Pastor Osage Izeyamu has personal relationship with almost everybody in the PDP because this is a party that he has run for so many years. So what I'm trying to make you understand is that PDP, most of the members have not been in government for a long time, and they see this opportunity of Obaseki coming as an opportunity for them to be lubricated financially. So I can tell you the truth of the matter is that they will all desert Obaseki before the election. We are in Edo State, we will be watching as the event unfolds, but I can tell you the truth of the matter is that Obaseki has been an oppressor of members of the PDP in Edo State in his 4-year term. And don't forget, this same Obaseki was the same person who harassed the former chairman of the PDP in Edo State to a point that he petitioned him to the police and got him arrested. This is the same governor of a state who embarrassed Senator Matthew Uruhide at the airport with talks. This is the same governor who embarrassed the youth leader of the party.
This would not hold water. The electorate, what they are saying out there is all about they don't want godfatherism. They're tired of the APC. They're tired of the intra-party crisis of the APC that they like Governor Godwin Obaseki. They want him to continue his job from what was sampled so far.
Yeah, see, the truth of the matter is that you may not have been talking to the real people. When I mean the real people, the voters, the card-carrying, the PVC carrying members of Edo State communities. See, the truth of the matter is that if you go, politics, there's what called social media politics, and there's what called the community politics. When you talk about community politics in Edo State, Pastor Izeyamu is grounded, he's connected to the grassroots. There's no politician. See, let me tell you something. What made Obaseki win the last election was the APC factor. And now, by the grace of God, Pastor Izeyamu has the APC factor. Pastor Izeyamu pastors in Edo State. He's a pastor in Edo State. He's a man who
You are talking about the so-called federal might. Yes. That it is expected that the federal government will use security apparatchik to muzzle the electorates, because when you are talking about federal factor in Nigeria, that is what it is.
You see, I've not defined it that way. I've only told you what helped Obaseki, and that factor that helped Obaseki to come in, Pastor Osage Izeyamu has that factor, and that factor coupled with Pastor Osage's popularity in Edo State. You see, let me tell you something. Even the PDP members and leaders, on the day of election, they don't even go to the field. Most of them. Pastor Izeyamu knew how he had coordinated the PDP in Edo State. Let me tell you something. Go across the state. Most of the leaders who win their polling units, who win their wards, they have all decamped with Pastor Osage Izeyamu to the APC. So what we say today is just a remnant of the party. They are busybodies because there's opportunity to be dollarized at this point in time. So most of them are interested in Obaseki dollar. And this is the same money Obaseki complained about that they wouldn't want to give out. But as we speak today, Obaseki has emptied the treasury of Edo State in bribing leaders of the PDP to get their ticket.
You cannot substantiate that, Mr. Agbomari. I want to thank you, Mr. Blessing Agbomari. As usual, it's all about horse trading. It's all about big bats for ahead of the September 19 governorship election in Edo State, and the two major stakeholders, the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress, they are just at each other's throats. The atmosphere is tense there, and later in the day we intend to go to Ogbemudia Stadium, Sam Ogbemudia Stadium, to actually see who will emerge as the candidates of the People's Democratic Party.